Hello and welcome back to On the Map Challenge Survival 4X. It is now the first week in August. We could be having a busy month ahead. Let's jump in, let's go. So first thing, with it being a new month, is we're going to make sure we've got plenty of water. Now greenhouses are shrooms, and then watering our sheep. Just to dribble in there. And then for this one, there we go. And then we'll go round the back of the mushrooms. Now I have been having a little fiddle, been having a little bit of a think, and just checking some numbers and looking at some stuff. And I've also had a little bit of feedback with regards to the open air plots, which is good. Wanted some feedback. Now, first thing that I have done is I have taken the advice of Sumidad. We're going to be bringing up Sumidad a bit today. Take the advice of Sumidad, and I have extended our loan period from 3 years to 5 years. We're going to be repaying with the still with the 3.5% interest. I think, yeah, with 3.5% interest, but that has brought our payments down from, I think, 14,000 a month to, I think, a little around, I think it's like 850. Is it 850? Not 8,000. Sorry, 8,500. Let's do some numbers. Let's do some math right at least. Yeah. So it's brought that down a little bit. It's just £4,000 a month less that we're going to be paying. While I was doing that, since I was in the finances section, I went and had a look at the vehicles and the machinery that we have on finance, and the seeder that I brought by accident that we're still paying for, I have now removed. We're not going to be paying for that anymore. That has gone. That's not something for us to worry about. And even though I'd sold the seeder, we were still paying off like £2,500 a month from the financing that we took taken out on that. So that's going to save us by extending the loan and getting rid of the deadweight lease that or finance of the thing that we're not actually financing, which was done in error. We still have one of them. We're still paying for that blue one over there. Everything on this farm is on finance, pretty much. So yeah, that's going to save us some money. Now, I took a little leaf out of Simudad, and I jumped on earlier on, and I just progressed 2 months, and I just wanted to see how much of a difference it made with the garden plot, because it looks like we're going to make a lot of money with it. We, just off the garden plot, we almost, in each month, almost made enough to cover the outgoing cost of our finances, of the things we've taken finance out on. So that expenditure is almost, not quite, but almost covered. I think it's like 2,000 shy. So then, with the loan, which is reduced now to like 8,500 from 14.5 grand, with the loan being reduced, and then our other outstandings for a month coming to about 2.5 grand, it's gone down. It's only costing us on a month when we don't have anything else to sell, no crops or anything like that. It only costs us about £11,000 to run the farm. So appreciate Sumidad for, like I did say a few episodes ago, suggesting checking in finances, can we not do some stuff, do some twiddling, extend it or what have you. So yeah, I finally pulled my finger out and did that. And yeah, obviously doing the whole let's test it first thing rather than let's just do it, jam it and see how it goes. Now, on the last episode with the open air plots, he also brought up that he thinks, a suggestion, I asked for suggestions, that we should try and go with the seeds and the fertilizer because it is extremely profitable. And by putting in the extra, we're actually not going to short ourselves because we will make so much money off it. And like I say, it nearly covered my outgoings from not. It's not just the open air plot, but from the greenhouse, 2 greenhouses, mushrooms, and the open air plot. Those sales almost cover the 22,000, I think it is, that we're paying out each month. So I'm at the store to buy a load of seed, buy a load of extra fertilizer, so I can fill it up. I've spent about 20 grand, and I spent it. I didn't finance it. You can finance everything, but we spent about 20 grand on seed, and I think just over 30,000 on fertilizer. So 50 grand we've spent in this operation, plus the 20 grand that's gone into setting it up. So I'll come back for the fertilizer, obviously, once we're up and running. But yeah, this, I think, at the rate that we made money just off water, putting this in, we're going to make all this money back within 2 months. Easily, I think, with the right crop. And I think it would be a bit too cheeky to go with all olives or olives and grapes. We'll stick with the potato and the, I think it's olives we're doing. We'll stick with that as our growing crops at the minute. But that might mean, since we're going to have supplies down here, once I get maybe another, I'll say two or three, yeah, at least one more plot down here. Get a little shed to store some stuff in so I can keep it topped up, and it's going to roll. That happens. The load is pretty top heavy. That was inevitable, I think, taking a turn like that. What I might do is just slowly drift across. Now, I didn't realise we had such a sharp drop at the back here as well. I really need to do some landscaping up here because I haven't looked into that at all. I said I would, and I didn't. I did other things. Right, so that's where, if we pallet spawned it, that's where they'd go. So I think here, in the groove as it is, it's awful, isn't it? I need to sort this out. Oh, it's all going in. Some of it's going in. Okay, I've been in. I've done a little something with it. I want to do more with it. I want to do some fencing and whatnot. Sort of got an idea how I might lay this out a little bit better. But there we are. At least I can get in and out and not get stuck so much. So I think now that fertilizer will go in, and if I take my straps off, do my seeds go in, or do they need to be poured in? Let's have a little look at what's going on here. Ah, just got to drop them in. Okay, we'll do that. So perhaps if I do get some bags next time, maybe instead. Ooh, catch that one. Catch your foot, hit the floor. There we go. Getting both in there. Double whammy. I think I lost one over the back as well. Tell you what, I haven't flipped a tractor in ages. I did it like 3 times in that small little sequence. You won't see it. But I did it. I'll keep the first one in. Obviously, you got to see the funny one. But when it started getting a bit of a pain in the bum. Have we run out of water here already? No. They just all look a bit dead, don't it? Let's look into that. Them seeds. Come here. Come you here. Right. Well, potatoes are growing. They're just not flowering. They've gone through that cycle, I guess. Yeah, they look dead. We got our olives on. That's all right. It's running. It's all good. So, what? Oh, I'll get back in there. So let's have a little look. See then. I don't. The way that it rinses through them as well. I think I'm going to need to get a lot. 80,000 litres. That's a lot. That is a lot. Right. So, if we go down to, do I scroll past olives, grapes, peas, potatoes? Right. So we are active on that one, deactive on that one. Where were the olives? Peas? Olives, there we go. Right, deactivate that one, activate that one. And that should be good. So I need a lot more, don't I? I do need a lot more. And we'll top up the water as well. Back with the rest of my fertilizer. Took a little minute to get it on there. But we have it. And this should empty in. Pretty much of its own volition. I'm not going to buy any more this month. I'll try and keep a mental note of how much we put in there. Let's get rid of them straps. If I have a little look at it. So we are sitting at 16,000, or yeah, 16,000 and 15,000 litres. That'll be the number I remember, 15 and 16. We've got 170. So that's not a lot, but I want to see how much we have come the end of the month, really, or if this may even empty. I don't know how long this lasts. Obviously, it tells us how many we get through. So it's one seed and one fertilizer per cycle, and each month. So that's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad at all. And what about the... And that's 1 for 1, and that'll do 3. Oh, so that'll last a while then. There's a couple of months in there. That's alright then. That's cool. Excellent. And we're already... what are we up to? Annoyingly, because... Where is it? Potato. Oh no, it's still just potatoes. So it doesn't matter that it was from a different thing. It's still sold them as potatoes. Lovely. And I just wanted to show you guys, like, so our sold products for April, May, and June, just over 5 grand. And then in July, over 10,000, and we only had this production set up for like 1.5, 2 days. That's the big difference. So now that we're going to triple, I think, our output by using the seeds and the fertilizer, we could be looking at making profit each month, which would be quite nice because we've not really been very profitable. Our grass is in, our grass is growing. You can see I've missed some patches, but that's alright. That is just our temporary cover crop grass that we will cut, hopefully twice, to make some money off that. This grass is growing. Just have a quick look at that. Just hop out while we're still moving. So that says it is ready to harvest, but this is how I cut it before. So does that go another stage? I think it goes to head, doesn't it? Why can I not remember? It should. I think it should go a little bit like this. I don't know. We'll give it a month. I won't cut until September. I don't think we'll get 2 cuts then, though, will we? Yeah, I don't think it's ready to cut yet, though. As a trial, since we've got our other stuff going up, we'll leave the grass another month. I'll see if it looks different. I don't think we'll use up the whole of August for this month, so maybe I'll do some of that intelligent in the background and sync forward a month and see if the grass looks different, and then if it doesn't, we'll cut it before the month runs out. But it is finally time to start planting our canola. Hopefully, if you watched the last episode, you watched the entirety, or at least the bits that are important. I was struggling to get my canola in the ground, and then even went into the map, acknowledged that it weren't the month for planting canola, and still didn't sort of twig in my head while I was doing it. I thought I had an issue with my direct seeding, and it wasn't that. It's just that I have all the pop-ups that warn you that you're doing stuff wrong. I have them all turned off so they don't come up. So it would have popped up and told me I was the wrong month for planting canola. You can't plant this crop, this or whatever is what they would have said. So yeah, if I'd have just waited, I wouldn't have had to have done all that disking. But nonetheless, it's done now. we are there. But after that massive session of just disking and then seeding the grass as well, I think I was going for about 5.5, 6 hours doing that the other day. I have decided that it's already time to bring in the likes of courseplay and auto drive just to help me out a little bit, because they are long sessions, and if I ever want to stop to get a drink, get something to eat, or go and sort myself out, obviously the production stops, as it would maybe in real life. But this isn't real life. As much as we like to try and be as realistic as we can, this isn't real life. I want to be able to just step away and leave it going, and without like the hired worker and all that, because that doesn't always go as smooth as you might like. So I have finally gone and got myself a little bit of courseplay. Now, I am not a master at this. I was never a master at this in 22. I wasn't a master of it in 19. I struggle with it still on my 17 saves. The old courseplay confused the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie. That put me off really getting to know her for the new ones, or the newer ones. I've been playing around with it a little bit on my Saxlingham save that I have for myself. But we are going to try and get it. So we start on the centre. I think this has got my Saxlingham settings. Is this like universal when I say do all this stuff? So we've got no repair, keep going into a 5% fuel, allow it to break down to 95% if it must. Is there anything else over there? User settings, you're not worried about that. For vehicles, I have the course turned off in my map view because I don't like stuff. I try and turn it off. So yeah, field generation. So you have to go. It took me a while just to get my head around this. I'm like, well, why can I not do anything where here? And like, I want to be able to get rid of that. Don't like that's always there. So this is the target position, field position, start at first waypoint, center. So that makes sense there, I think. And it's going to start where we are. I think it's going to start where we are. So if I generate, it'll probably take a while. It's a big field. Oh, it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. So it's going to start. And go. So it doesn't make sense to me, that. It's going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, cross, up, around. It's just going to drive that, isn't it? It's not going to put that headland in, I would have thought. Where's it going after that? It's going to go all the way up, round. Well, then start over there? That don't make sense. Well, this is what it's got. Right, so we're going to... For this one, I'm not doing it, okay? We're going to just have a little look-see. Start the job. Alright. I just want to see where it goes. Because if not, I'll just start setting a start point for it. Because what I'd like to be able to do is put my courseplay in, but then still me do it. Like, that's what we used to do, like with the old GPS and that. They used to sort of work together. Courseplay GPS. And then I could just, when I needed to leave, or when I want to stop by, or when I want to do a nice long sequence and be able to move my camera about and stuff, then I just get the courseplay to take over. And we can get a nice sequence. That's how they do it, kids. That's how they do it. Gonna break all the walls and all the stuff that people don't want you to know about. So that's I'll get rid of that. So at least it's planted this time. So that's all good. I'm just intrigued as to where it's going to go after it's done this corner. So I think it's going to try and go back up once more. And then scoot off and find wherever it wants to start for real. I think it's just done this corner. Because if they, oh no, it's going to go up and come back down, because that's how it looked anyway. Very intricate. So while the computer is farming my field for me, I'd like to thank you for coming back, for your return, if you are returning. viewer. I do appreciate the support, as always. He's gone straight on a headland. Yeah, I do appreciate the support on the channel, on the series. Having a lot of fun with it. Oh, so it's just going to cut in. Is he not lifting? You're not lifting. You're just going to leave that gap, aren't you? I think that's a bit naughty, mate. I think that's a bit naughty. Yeah, I do appreciate it. I'm having a fair bit of fun. We're learning all the time as well while we're doing this. We do bring in things like courseplay and auto drive just to try and make life challenging for ourselves. That is something that I do to myself. But that's, yeah, that's not looking too bad. So then, if I... See, this is where we're going to do a little learn and a little experiment, you see. If I've got to try and remember my... Right, so that's turned him off, or her off. That's not them. Right, but it is... So it didn't give me a GPU, did it? So I've still got to, or a GPS route, sorry. So if I say okay to that one, it's ready. Am I? Where does that want to go? Tell me lines on. I don't know how to do that. There we are. It's over a little bit, isn't it? Let's just check then. So that's doing 1, 2. That's doing 3. That's got us here. Okay, that's fine. But my GPS is set with 3 headlands, automatic. I set to... Well, it does matter because it's us, isn't it? So it's not like it's set to work in the middle or anything to start with. So they're not quite lined up, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I am still going to go and do this a little bit. See where it goes. Get rid of that. Yeah, so like half a line out, aren't they? So I wrap. If can we? Sorry, this is probably not quite what you were expecting, but I've got to learn some stuff because I need to be more efficient. You see, because it's only going to get more and more work. Working with number of headlands. Start on center. Sharpen headland corners activated. Number of rounded corners, corner radius, headland clockwise, field center up down, center direction, counterclockwise. Deactivate, don't need that, and an island. So is there not? There's not like a setting to like move it over a little bit, is there? Do you know what I mean? I'm sure we had on courseplay before a setting where we could move our route. So there was the overlap. That's what I'm after. Yeah, after an overlap. Doesn't seem that way. Tools. We don't want an offset. Show course. No. That is a shame. That is a little bit of a shame. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of something either way for me there. Right. To be fair, what I want to do is check this control again and see where they go back to, and then which direction are they going. That's what I need to know. Where are you going to go? They're going right. No, they're going left, so they're going to turn right to go left. So once again, I am slightly intrigued as to what route they're doing. So they're going to fill in that corner. and then obviously come back to centre. Yeah, we can turn it on, can't we? Yeah, they're going to come back to centre. We can see that on a return route now. And then go down. So I've created an empty patch, a streak in the middle there. That's me. Right. Not to worry. Well, I tell you what, we're going to see how good our courseplay is. And I'm going to let courseplay run for a bit. And yeah, they should be quite efficient. I should imagine I'll run out of fertiliser before we get halfway, because that's already gone down nearly 10%. It's only done that little bit in this. So yeah, we'll let courseplay do a bit, and I'll come back and join you for my own little session in a little while. We're a little over halfway planting the field, and we are almost out of fert, so I've come to top up. Now I thought I had more. I may be heading back to the store to buy more fur. I'm just going to drag it over. We'll load it in with the old click of a button rather than trying to puff it up over the top. I could have just pulled up round the back, but you know what? Let's see what we're doing. Oh, there's not much in there at all, is there? Is that not going to fill? There we go. We'll do it that way. Don't know why it didn't want to fill. Didn't want to play ball. That is not going to be enough fertiliser. Let's take this whole unit down. We'll buy... Oh dear, we'll have to buy quite a few, I think. We'll buy enough to fill this up anyway. Then I can get back to planting. Courseplay has finished its turn. It's now my turn. So we'll need extra. And that's another 15 grand spent on fertiliser, but at least we know we're going to need this in our garden patch as well. Perhaps we need to see if we can get a production where it's creating fertiliser. I wonder if... Can we put other types of fertiliser in that garden? I might have to check. I might go and see if I can find the mod in my massively overpopulated mod folder and see what goes in it. And if not, see if I can add like natural fertiliser, some slurry or some manure. Not that we've got any of that at the minute, but it would be helpful. We also need some fuel in this tractor. It's getting a little bit light. Down to, what's that, 8,000 litres in there? I am really looking forward to us getting our next couple of plots of land so we can build a more permanent farm, so I can have, you know, my fuel tanker and machine shop there and what have you. Now, while CP was doing its thing, I came down here and did a little bit more landscaping and sculpting, so I've partially fenced off what's going to become our allotment plot. Just put down some decorative sheds near it. But that will grow with us. That's gonna help keep us afloat. That's gonna make us money. It is quite intrusive on the landscape there, though. It does need a lot of work lifting that up and moving it along. But once there's more of it there, and I'll shape it and do it and what have you. I was going to try and hide's not the word. But just try and decorate it. Yeah, protect it, hide it from what's going to become that main track, that main road, with a tree. But we are beyond maximum trees, what with this being a 4x map. I'm not sure if the more trees mod, or if there is a more trees mod for 25, so I'll have to go and look for that so we can get some more trees, because I wanted to plant more trees, and pretty much just to cover the ones that we've that we're going to be cutting down. So it might even come down to a point of we're going to have to cut trees down. Just so that I can plant trees and do stuff. Which is a shame. I was hoping we'd have room for more trees. I'm going to run an overlap. Excuse me. So they don't have a big separation again. It's very tiny. The marginal difference from CP to GPS. Again, a bit of a shame, but yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Can't be helped sometimes. I'm sure if I could find a way to maybe adjust my GPS as opposed to trying to adjust the CP. But I'm pretty certain we used to be able to adjust how close to the edge of a field and such we were when using a CP. Did that not lift? It didn't lift. Silly me. Right. Get your head back in the game, mate. Get your head back in the game. There we are. Lovely job. So yeah, we're still going. It's 3 o'clock. We'll probably have daylight for another 3 or 4. What's it? August. We could have daylight up to about 8 o'clock actually, couldn't we? So there is a chance that I can get this finished this month. Crikey. Get it finished today. And then move on and see what else we can do. It may even be a case that once this is planted, we're just going to move straight on to... No, because I didn't want to... Yeah, we might have to just go straight on to September and cut the meadow. Because I think it grows one more time. Although it says it is harvestable, it's 4 of 4 states. I think it goes one more time. Because we cut it when it said harvestable last time. I've been informed I cut it early, and I felt like I'd cut it early. We didn't get as much as I was hoping for. So that may be a thing for us. There we go. So yeah, that might happen after we've done after I finish my planting. We'll see. The sheep will need to be looking after because the water runs out. If not, that's definitely a thing that has to be monitored. The feed for the bale feed, that's fine. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, I'll carry on with my planting. We'll get our canola in the ground. I am feeling very positive with that whole garden plot thing and how that's going to make us money. I spent an extra few grand just tarring it up. That's how confident I am it's going to make money. So, fingers crossed that when we get to August, or when we get to September, August, it's going to look profitable. Fingers crossed. Well, our day out in the field planting the canola has gone pretty well. It's now 6:45. Pretty much just started our headland. So back up over there. So I think another hour, maybe 2 hours to get round in game time, not real time. Probably about 15 minutes. And we should have this done. And then I need to sort of decide where I'm going and what I'm doing next. Because I think we go forward to September to cut our grass. There's a lot of work to try and do, and then to try and squeeze into here and have done. I'm also, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Got about an hour and a half of recordings to edit down from this session this evening. We've gone for about 4 hours. So, well, no, about three and a half hours. So, I mean, we might have enough for the episode, or it might just be a little bit shorter episode. But we've got our... Is that going to turn? Ooh. Nice. That was nice. Nicely done there, that man. I bet it's not going to do it here, though, is it? Oh, it is. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Simply lovely. Yeah. We've sorted out and spent a lot of money on the open air garden. That's a thing now. Seeds, fertilizer, and all that good stuff. We will check to see how much money it's made today, because it's been going now for what, 10, 11 hours. So you know it should be showing us a lot of money. I haven't really kept track of it as it's ticked up throughout the day. Now my headland is obviously overlapping a little bit, to say the least, with where CP put its rows in, but that's fine. Yeah, it just seems to lay a different route, doesn't it? If you use CP, or you know a little bit more about the GPS settings, do you know if there's a way where we can adjust our overlap so we make it tighter or less? I think you used to be able to sort of customize your headland a little bit, so bring it in and bring it out for some fields. I'm sure we used to do that. Pretty positive we did. We've had, and you know, until I had a little fiddle. So yeah, there's quite a bit, because it seems so long ago. Quite a bit of us checking and figuring out and working out the whole CP thing. Over the next few episodes, probably with a different job. Mainly, I'll probably just sort of with this big field now. This might be a CP field, just so I can pop around, look around the map, and do some stuff. Because that's the only way I found out that I need to go find the tree mod and do stuff, and go off and fiddle around with trying to do some landscaping while work's being done. It just makes it a little bit more efficient while recording these long episodes. And I know people don't necessarily tune in to watch the PC, you know, farm the land. You want to see me do it. So if I do it, it's not going to be like long sessions where you're going to have to sit and watch me do it, or watch me watch my PC do it. That was something that I've always found a little bit off-putting in watching some people when they do live streams and stuff, is when they sit there and everyone's to their own, everyone makes their own content, do their own thing, and everyone's interested in watching different stuff. But I've tuned into certain creators, and it's just been the courseplay running while they're just chatting away. Bit, you know, I'll say a bit like this. This is me. I'll weave it for you if you like. This is me. This isn't courseplay. I'm just running some GPS. That's all. So yeah, and that I often think, oh, that seemed a little bit of a piss take, doesn't it? Just gonna sit there and watch the PC do all the calculations for you and not do anything. You wouldn't necessarily tune in live to watch someone's bot play a shooter, would you? Or auto play something? I don't know. Some people might. I don't know. It just seems like a weird one to me. It's handy to have it once you've got multiple fields up, but jobs being done in the background. You know, course-players generally always been more efficient than AI workers, although the AI workers are pretty good. They can get expensive, and again, courseplay allows us to up and down with the wages and stuff like that. So once we've got actual workers and we're sort of simulating workers coming on the farm and stuff, while we're doing one job and someone's doing something else, if we use CP, they'll get paid a wage. If we use, you know, AI worker, they'll get paid a wage too, but they'll get paid a bit more. So we'll probably go down the CP route as long as it's all efficient and doing stuff. Drop that down to like 50% for a worker's wage. But CP and auto drive, there's something we're going to have to get our head around and get going and try to be efficient with it. So I thought, might as well, you know what, take the plunge. I'll go get it, I'll download it, and we'll just have to fumble as we go. Now this one is definitely too tight for it to take, unfortunately. See if it'll... Nope, doesn't want to catch there. Let's keep my... Are we on it there? I think we are. There we go. Lovely job. Yeah, so I think we've got enough here. Ramble on at the end here as well, aren't I? So, you know, I'm not trying to fill time. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out and do. So I think we've probably got enough this is our canola episode. Missed a patch there, haven't I? Look at that, that's not good. Never mind. I'm not perfect. That's how you know that it's me doing it, really. Still got my strip in the middle there. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I think that sometimes it makes it look a little bit more natural. Like we've got our tufts of grass out there. That's not great, but you know what? Sometimes that might happen, and when we next plough the field, we'll try and dig them up. We might miss some other patches and have something else happen. Who knows? We never got any backlash off the ground that looked like the ground got ruined after we had the hailstorm. Remember that? When I had to get out and have a look? Yeah, that never looked like it had done anything bad to us. Like we still got the crop came through, it was fine. Didn't show any withering on that, so I'm not sure if I'm pleased or disappointed that we didn't see anything happen with that. Are we going to come around here? So it makes me wonder why we don't get the turn in the far corner. If we turn on these corners, and that's much tighter than the one that I had to manage myself. Makes me wonder why. But yeah, I think we'll pretty much call this the episode here. We have done quite a bit. So I've done a little bit more of the landscape, and then we've played around with the fruit and veg. If I've turned the auto drive thing. Auto drive? No. So I'm going to call them all different things now because we've got the GPS, CP, and auto drive. I've set the GPS to stop when we reach the end of a line, so I don't just drive off the map doing stuff. But we can leave that running for a little bit in the background. Getting confident with that sort of stuff. We were going to look at the financials, weren't I? So the sold productions, I say 5 grand, 5 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand for like a day and a half, 2 grand. It's not even been running for, I think it had like 2 grand in it. No, not even then. Did it have 2 grand? I don't know. Yeah, it might have done because we would have started around about 10. So yeah, it's made 4 grand since it's been up and running. And that's in one day. So we could be looking at close to 10 grand for a day. So we could be looking at 40 grand a month from our vegetables. So it's not just that one plot, it's our greenhouses. Our greenhouses were doing this anyway. So it's our greenhouses, our mushrooms, and now with the plot, we could be looking at 40 grand a month just coming off them. We don't need to do the farming. We could just fill the land up with those plots and just keep pumping in seeds. There is a bigger one. I'm sure I'd probably show you. We'll have a little... There it is. We'll have a little look. Here. Is that still going to go? Yes. Man, that's nuts. Okay. It's scary how much it's willing to just keep going. Where were they? They were here, weren't they? Factories. Selling points. Greenhouses. Yeah, so we put down the medium one. There is a larger one, which is insane. Insane how big that is. So is that... Is that one? I should imagine that's what? 3 times the size? Must be. Nearly 3 times the size of that. 50 grand. But still, could make a hell of a lot of money if we get one of them set up as well somewhere. Excellent, and that was the GPU. There's a lot of things doing stuff autonomously for me at the minute. I am going to get overwhelmed by it. If you've watched me for any period of time, you'll know that that's not stuff that I'm very good at or very confident with. But we'll have fun with it. We will try our best. So again, this is going to be the end. The canola is in the ground. I've managed to get it in what is considered our first week of August. Been a busy one, been a long one. Hopefully with the developments and the investment in the plot and stuff like that, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give a big fat thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on, find out when new videos are going live. As always, comments and feedback down there about anything and everything. If you want us to take out, I don't know why you would, because it just make it harder and longer for me to do. If you want me to take out the CP or stuff like that, you know. Tough. I was going to say let me know, but tough. No, we're going to need it for this to progress and do anything with in the time frame that I have. It just makes it more convenient at my end. And as we go in, I'm not always going to be like, oh, I'll now switch it over to CP, da-da-da-da-da. But I want you to know that I'm now using it, because I like things to be very transparent in what we're doing. I don't want to pretend like I'm suddenly getting perfect rows and lines and everything's looking immaculate, because that's not me, that's not how we do stuff. That's just how I am. So yeah, like I say, hope you enjoyed it. Massive thank you to the channel members. As always, your support, guys and girls, is immense. If you would like to support the channel further, you can hit the join button. 99 pence starting at, and there are other tiers if you wish to support more. All tiers get early access to content that we put out on the channel. Once I get more free time, I might try and do a second farming series, because they tend to be more popular than the other stuff that I do, that is just for members, or like we had before, we had a member series that went out about a month earlier than anything else, so it just went out and it sat there for a month as like a gift to the members. So that could be a thing once time becomes a thing for me. But yeah, ultimately, you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye bye.